Before unrecognizable makeup, after unrecognizable makeup. I feel like unrecognizable makeup means something different to everyone. To me, that's going to mean warm tones, and it's also going to mean kind of changing my facial features. For examples, do you see how my bone structure kind of has this natural wing through here? You see that shadow? Instead of following that and doing lift, I'm going to do more of a rounded shape. I am going to go ahead and lay down my warm base. And then before that sets, I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush, use the side of it to start to tap this out. Let's go ahead and put this on our top and bottom waterline. I'm also going to wiggle it into my top lashes, but I need to grab a brush. We can kind of blink on it a little bit. But if your eyes are sensitive, you can just go ahead and lift it. And what we're doing is filling in any gaps in the lashes. We are gonna use liner on our lash line a little bit, but I don't want to get too wild. So if I do this first, I tend to not go overboard because I really like black eyeliner and I will very quickly go overboard. So to keep my eyes really nice and round, you see where my eye separates right here? I'm going to start to take this black eye pencil and I'm just doing a little circle right underneath that. Now, this is a very rough draft, but this helps me kind of get a guideline to keep my eye shape a little bit more circle as opposed to lifted. Now I'm going to take this bent liner brush and I'm going to start to bring that into my socket. I feel like a lot of the times we forget that we can use our liners kind of as bases and eyeshadows, so this is a really good reminder. There will be other eyeshadows on top of this to do the transition, which is what makes it look a little bit more smooth, but this is a really great place to start. And to really keep control of this, I'll build it here where I know that it's not going to absolutely get away from me. And I'll take this little angle brush now because I'm wanting to kind of start to diffuse it. And I'm taking that and just pressing. So if I take this black up here, okay, if it creeps up too high, that's a lot harder to kind of tidy and bring back. So what I'm doing is I focus on always blending down because this lid space is so easy to clean, and I'll show you how to do it in just a minute. So I'm just tapping, but where I'm tapping is mostly on the lid. So I'm always kind of tapping down so I have more control and I can keep my shape really nice and rounded. Same brush, we're gonna grab a dark warm brown eyeshadow. And all we're gonna do, there we go, now I can see, is I'm just gonna start to tap and transition that from the black into that camel transition shade. Now I'm just kind of evening out some micellar water here. And I'm looking for a mirror. Somewhere in all this is a mirror. I got one right here. And then all I'm gonna do is start to clean up this lid space. But to keep this very round, I don't want to take it up too high. We can even kind of do that. That helps us keep the rounded out shape. And then we're not going to go too far over this way. For the lid, I'm gonna do a liquid shadow really close to my natural skin tone. This is one of my all-time faves. It's from Armani. The shade is 18M. Now for that transition, remember that brown? Let's take it on a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna press it in between our lid color. Kind of start to feather it over this way a little bit and then into the black a little bit. Now instead of using a makeup wipe, I don't trust myself with a makeup wipe. And the reason why is because the first thing I want to do is really kind of sharpen that up. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and some micellar water and just start to just ever so lightly melt this away. We're going to have to blend it into our foundation in a second, but this helps us stay on track with that rounded shape. Definitely going to add a lash here. Nice. These are the self-adhesive ones, so they just kind of hang out and look like little bugs for a little while. But what I'm doing there is I'm letting it warm up. And also, if you want to try self-adhesive lashes, I recommend, I'm letting them sit there and warm up even more, but I recommend making sure your mascara is dry before you put these on because it could mess up the glue. So that's a really important tip. Now this look is all about the glam. So we're gonna do a double bronze. Essentially this is an underpaint. This is just gonna add a very caramel bronze tone to the makeup, and it's kind of giving us a little pre-shape as well. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that down the neck. As scary as this looks, this is a really good way to get a more natural bronze that just kind of melts with your foundation and doesn't sit on top. We're gonna use this 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬 foundation. I've been using this for a little while now, and I'm really enjoying it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it around, and there's gonna be obviously high contrast right now between that bronzer and the foundation. That looks good, okay. Then we're gonna take a denser foundation brush. We're gonna grab our C42 and go on top. First go around. Foundation's gonna be able to go all the way up here and then go on top. Of course, I'm gonna let you see how we blend this. Go on top. And notice that I'm going on the top part first, top part of that bronzer. Ooh, that is melty, melty. And just to make sure I'm not mixing too much, I'm just gonna give this a nice little wipe here on 𝗕𝗓. And then we'll go on the bottom part. Beautiful sculpt. Or I should say shape. Anytime I have black eyeshadow involved, I do just a touch of my peach corrector because it's gonna pull out the blue and a little bit of the blue purple underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna grab this, but this one's really, really, really nice and thin. Am I gonna find my brush? I am, there we go. I'm gonna grab my D2. I'm gonna use this side, just really smooth this out. Now time for concealer. I actually really like this 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬 concealer as well. This is the shade Peach Fuzz, just makes sure it's nice and smooth. And I can even do a little bit of highlighting through the center. Now we're gonna start to blend this out. I don't wanna take it too far up into the corner because it's kind of giving us our more rounded shape. We'll be able to finish out our rounded shape once we get our concealer blended. But if I take this too high in here, it's kind of gonna cut off that rounded shape that I'm after. Melt, melt, melt. This is gonna bring everything forward. So as I'm blending, my first instinct is to really blend this up this way. That's what I'm used to doing. But instead, I wanna make sure that, remember, this is the one we used for the cream bronzer. There's a little bit on here. I wanna make sure that I'm really changing the shape of my face. So I'm kind of cutting off that light, and the light being the concealer. Now we're gonna set with a powder closer to my skin tone. That'll make sure that this is all nice and melted together. Then I'm gonna grab the Kosas and I'm gonna put this on top. But remember, we don't wanna take it over this. I'm reshaping, we're having some fun here. So I don't wanna take it all the way over there like I normally would. I can definitely take it there. Let's make sure it's nice and thin. In the center of my forehead. This is one of my favorite techniques with this spray and this powder. Let's go ahead and finish the eye. Now, from here on out, we're gonna skip eyeshadow because we got our under eye all ready to go. So we're gonna just use the pencil, smudge that. I'm gonna smudge it a little bit lower right in the center just to continue with the round shape. I will be done saying the word round soon. So before we head over to blush, I'm actually gonna finish up my bronzer transition. So the one I'm using here, this one isn't as pigmented, so it's just gonna act as a nice transition and melt everything together. I'm gonna do a little bit of a stamp through here. And put a little bit of the bronzer through here and just kind of press it there. Let's do this really soft matte blush, and I'm actually using a brush that's gonna apply it even more diffuse than usual. So I'm just gonna do some nice little taps. Don't want to bring it too far over this way. Just kind of keep it here on this side of the face. Laura Mercier Nude Sateen. And I want to go for a more caramel lip. Ooh, this smells like honey. This smells really, really good. And then this is from the brand Vive. The shade I'm using is Bark, and it's just going to be a very warm caramel brown. And I'll be able to shade and mix really nicely, doing it this way. All right, friends, here's our finished look. I know this was a lot of yapping, but education is my passion. So if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.